Alright, I hope you can hear me well enough. It's kind of windy here today. We're going to look at the real meaning of this and how to rebuke this exactly. Okay? So right away we should notice that the word ID is in there. Okay? It's an ID, identification. What's left is COV. Let's break that down. Now keep in mind these gematria calculators that they pushed are there to lead us off the path for the most part. COV 3, 15, 22. Now add those in their singular notations. 31522, excuse me, is 13. Why 13? Because you need to break that down again. The devil is in the details. 13 is A and C for Antichrist. That's why you had stuff like the 13 original colonies. The ID, of course, ID is 9 and 4, right? Making another 13. Sorry, we're right here. I and D is 13. So you have two 13s now, which is 44, which is why the orange baboon said, oh, we're basically playing 4D chess. Because the 4 and the D is a 4 is 4 and 4. 4D chess. Which is 13 again for the Antichrist. And is also the letter M. Very important. So you have ACM. And within that spell you have Mac, M-A-C, for McDonald's. Okay? That's 100% his place, always has been. You also can spell Cam, C-A-M. Why? Well, you have a Cam Mala right now. Doesn't have to have the K, it's what comes out of our mouths that defile us. McDonald's, Cam, very obvious what's going on here. And of course, M is 13. So far you have the Antichrist ID, Antichrist. That's what's there. In plain sight. That's why they needed everybody to say that. Because these are spells. Spells are real. Okay, we already did the 13 original colonies. I'll kind of go over this. It all boils back down to the number 8 also, because the 8, just like the fake all-seeing eye event that people went and watched on the 8th, the eclipse recently. And I think the next one's on the 17th, which is another 8. I equals 8. The all-seeing eye equals an 8. Because it's 5, 25, and 5. That's 35. 35 is 8. Even if you break it down the other direction, 5, 5, and 5. And 2 is 17. That is an 8. For this. The single eye, okay? Let's see what else we got here. I'm going to try to do a couple videos because this is pretty important. Why the letter M? Because they're marking you, okay? That M stands for a mark. Why mark? The word mark holds the spell A-R-M. Okay? Where did the you-know-what go? In your A-R-M. And M-A-R literally means to poke, etch, or scribe. A letter K. Why is the letter K important? Well, you got Kamala again there, don't you? But K is 11. 11 is a 6-letter long spell. And if you hold it in the mirror, you will see the mirror being up here above it. I'm sorry. These 3 E's are now 3 6's. There's way more involved in this 11. It's a spell. Our numbers are against us. These are not our original numbers. These are evil works against us. 11 holds the word leaven. A little leaven ruins the bread, don't it? And it spells E-V-E-L. Evil. It doesn't matter how they told us to spell something and pronounce it. It's what's coming out of our mouths. And the true meanings and writings are what they have given us. The M is also a W, okay? Or a 3. That's why you have 33 mixed in here. You get a 6. You have to keep in mind, our letters are numbers and mixtures of numbers. That's all it is. This is their language that we're speaking. The forked tongue, cursed garbage. And M is a letter V with 2 1s on each side, okay? It's what it is. Why is that important? V is 22 and the 2 1s is 11 equals 33. 33 is a 6. That's how the mark works. Let's look at this 19 now. I wrote down here the letters for 19, okay? Let me see, is that right? Oh, okay, started out with 1 and 9. I'll do 19 on the next one. So that's a 1 and a 9. So I wrote out the 1 and 9. That equals 40. That represents the 40 days lost in your wilderness of your mind. Have you ever looked at where they said they were lost for 40 years? You could have climbed one tree and seen the way out and been out of there in a few hours. Okay? These are spells against us, people. The word mark also has a ram, R-A-M. That is for their goat god. The Kamala thing is very obvious what's going on here now. And they do things in 3s. 3 times is the charm. A charm is, do you see harm? C-H-A-R-M. 3 harm. 33 harm. That might be kind of hard to just swallow without me writing it down. Let's do this. C-H-A-R-M. Well, right away we see this, okay? It's harm. What's over here? That's a C. That's the 3rd letter, isn't it? Total is 6. 6 harm. Harm, number of 6. What are we called? Man is the number 6, right? C3 harm is what. This word is a spell. And again, you have the word arm, ram, and mar. And of course, the letter H they always have to have, because it is the 8th letter that represents the eyeball. And an H is no more than the letter I on its side. That's all that is. I'm going to do a couple more videos because I want to get some of this out before they shut my channel down. I wouldn't be surprised. I can't believe they haven't yet, but we'll see what happens. So keep all this in mind. This is how it's done, okay? And 40 days in the wilderness is where they are putting your minds at right now. Not 40 days, I'm sorry, 40 years. 40 years lost in the wilderness. Come on. It's so small there, you can almost throw a few rocks out of there and get out. That distance. May not quite be that, but it's very small. You're not going to be lost for 40 years in the wilderness. Now, in the wilderness of your mind, yes. I think that's all I got here for now. But this is how it's done. I know I showed you 33 here. Also, even if you do these in their singular notation, that's 2, 2, 1, and 1. What is that? That's 6. And a 6 is a 9.